It's beer time with Beer Man.
Hello, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? Today, we're from this beautiful world. Welcome to another beer and cheese, but it is not a beer and cheese. It is the second week of the month, and we started a new one where we're doing any alcohol, or as Eric would say, any adult beverage and cheese. So whatever you bring here is cool with me as long as it's got alcohol in it. Cheers to Bumpy Isms. Thank you so much for being here as you always are. Appreciate you, man. And Jesus, Michelle. Cheers. Cheers to Michelle. Sparkles Queen Michelle. All right, so we're going to do a little show and tell first, and then we're going to get into it. So let's go ahead and bring up Bumpy and see what he's got. Cheers.
All right, well, I just got over a sneezing fit, so let's first off introduce our alcoholic beverage since it's already in camera. That should be first. Had the wife make me. Whoop. It's I did drip because it was kind of hard to walk it all the way over here in the kitchen, but this is an espresso martini. Okay. Made with vodka and coffee, liqueur, and I don't know what else goes into it. It's probably about it. Anyways, I figured that this might pair, a little coffee, and sometimes during festive seasons such as Halloween and even going into Thanksgiving, you have some coffee places that might jazz it up a little bit with a little pumpkin spice coffee. So I have this nice pumpkin spice Bella Batano from Satori. Look at that on the edge there. So I'll unwrap this from its saran wrapper, cut it up. We'll see. I can already smell. Even though I've been sneezing, my nose is a bit messed up. This is a great time. It's perfectly fine right before, probably 2 minutes before this, I started just sneezing all of a sudden for no reason. But I can already smell the spices from this cheese, and I haven't even unwrapped it yet. So, yeah, I think it's going to definitely have some pumpkin spice smell to it. And the wife's espresso martini. We'll see how it all works together. Cheers.
Awesome.
I'll unwrap this and I'll cut it up as Beerman talks about his.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Bumpy. All right. That sounded really fucking good, man. I've never seen a pumpkin one, Valentino. All right. So, fix my camera just a tad. So I'm going to, I got to get my beer. Forgot. Oh, no. So I just went to the grocery store and picked up anything that was on the single side, and of course it's in a big old stovepipe. And this is a smooth Imperial IPA, 9% Cryo Stash Imperial IPA from your favorite company, Hop Valley, Bumpy.
Oh, nice.
But some of those were a little wonky for you, I think, but we'll see what this is. It's actually like within a month old, so they say they give it best by a 4/5/25. So that's just put out, if that's the case. So not bad. Let's go ahead and open this up, pour it, and then I'll show you my cheese. I'm not going to get all of it because this is like a 19-something. 19.6, right? Or something like that. I don't know what it is. Excuse me. Yeah, it smells fresh as fuck. Cool. First fresh one I've ever had from these guys. So, nice looking Westie. Double Westie at that. Little chill haze. Nice fat 2-finger head. And my wife had they had like a wine walk and they have it every year. So they go to Cannon Beach, Seaside. I think those are the two cities. And they give out like tasters of wine. So they'll go, all these ladies, men, whatever, they'll go through and try a little wine. It kind of brings up the businesses too. They sell some stuff too. My wife works in the clothing industry, so they'll sell, maybe make some sales from this all. So, but anyway, she brought home a sampler, and it's got those three cheeses, and I picked the Iberico, that one, and they're in like little slices already, so I don't have to do anything. It's just like that. It's got a nice little rind, and this is sheep, goat, and cow's milk leche de oveja, cabra y vaca. However, whatever that means. There you go. Cabeza means head, so brain or something, head. But there you go. That's what it looks like. It's a little slick, nice, smells sheepy and goaty. Hell yeah. Let's see if that works. And let's go ahead and get back to Bumpy. And Bumpy, please take your time because it's just you and I.
Yeah. Let's make sure that works. So what I have kind of going on the side right now is a beer from Baxter Brewing Company. They're out of Maine, Portland, Maine. And yeah, this one's called Staycation Land.
Oh, nice.
Maine is known as Vacation Land.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It is. It's their slogan. See, New Hampshire's is live free and live free or die. I call it live freeze and die. And Maine is vacation. Welcome to Vacation Land. So brewed with the old world techniques to be as pristine and refreshing as the place we call home. This beer is for those of us whose favorite destination is right in our own backyard. My favorite destination is my own backyard. I go back in my backyard a lot. Yeah, I call it my little place to just kind of vibe out, chill, relax, let things go, ponder.
It's peaceful back there.
Yeah, I tell my wife I get my happy place. I brought her out to my happy place once. Just once.
Nice.
I said, I just sit out here, I just look at the trees. I look at the breeze going through the branches of the trees. Well, I don't look at the breeze, but it's the motion of the, leaves and branches. I'm like, it's just calming. Yeah. It's my happy place. Have a few beers and chillax. Well, that beer is gone, so it's no longer my side beer. So, all right, let's get into this. We got this suction cupped espresso martini. Which it smells like coffee beans. That's pretty much, yeah, it smells like coffee. It smells a little bit like a Kahlua. I don't have any napkins. It's sloshed. I almost got it here and it sloshed at the last second. And I don't know why the wife filled it up so high. But let's take a sip.
All right. I don't know what to say on that, but cheers.
She definitely makes a strong drink. So my wife was used to be a bartender, and now I see why people liked her. That's a strong ass drink. You definitely get a lot of warming. It does have the kind of Kahlua flavor to it and coffee. So like a Kahlua and coffee flavor note. It's made with vodka, so yeah, there's some warming from the vodka that's used. Bit strong. Bit strong.
Oh, vodka was in that? Okay.
Oh yeah. This is a vodka martini. My wife
right.
doesn't drink gin or anything, so
Yeah.
Yeah. It's vodka. I'm not sure what kind of vodka she's using. Don't know if she has Tito's or what it is. There's some type of coffee liqueur. I think there's Kahlua because it definitely has a Kahlua vibe, which I think Kahlua a lot of times is a coffee flavored liqueur. I don't really know. I don't know. She made it. She likes these. She makes them all the time for herself. So I said, "Hey, can you make me one tonight? Because I think I'm going to try to match it up with my cheese." Which my cheese is that. Did I say it was Satori? I believe it's Satori. It's a pumpkin spice. I did cut it up. It's a Bella Vitano style cheese. So yeah, it kind of looks like that on one side. It was a wedge. It's got all the spices and everything on the other side.
Nice.
And let's take a little bit here. Oh no.
Oh, no.
But Sadie was right there to jump on that. She got the bit with all the spices. Well, that's all right because that opens up the regular cheese. Still get a little bit of the kind of that pumpkin spice thing, but there's the cheese itself is I'd say it's got a little bit of a nuttiness to it. It's kind of hard to smell this cheese. Yeah, it's a little bit nutty. Maybe a little bit rooty as well, like tree root. Maybe earthy toned. I am there's pumpkin spice. As soon as you get spices and stuff like that, just touch stuff, you get it. There's a little bit right there. Little of the spice. I cut the cheese with a knife. The knife itself smells like pumpkin spices and stuff, so we'll eat that a little bit without anything. There's crunchy bits. It's got the crystals.
Cool.
Yeah. So the cheese has that bit of like it's got that kind of deep kind of funk to it. It's got that kind of tang. It's not quite cheddar bite, but it definitely has some type of tang to it. There's the crunchy little bits to it. It does have a little bit of like a rubber tire. So it has a little bit of a rubbery flavor. So a little bit off. You get a piece with more of the spice on it. It smells like a pumpkin pie, pumpkin latte. Are you fucking kidding me? Another piece fell off. I'm going to call this a brittle cheese.
That's funny.
All right, yeah, but it smells like it's got the allspice cinnamon nutmeg smell to it. It's nice though.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Ooh. Oh yeah. There's a salinity to this cheese too. There's a bit of salt. So you get that kind of tangy, salty, tirey. But the tire with the spice goes away, and you get all that kind of pumpkin pie, almost like a pumpkin latte. There's no coffee, but it's the spices that you get out of it. Because it's not like so pumpkin pie, like you're tasting like the gordiness. It's more like the pumpkin pie with the spices, but without the spices being overly powering. It's blending very well. Just the cheese alone. Mm. I'm not getting any of those crunchy bits. That's the weird thing. That was only in the very first bite. I got crunchy bits. Have not yet come across any more crunchy bits. I don't know where that crunchy bit came from. Maybe it's only on certain edges. It started to crystallize or something. But other than that, it's a it's a very drying cheese, very drying, and it's sticky. It leaves a sticky palate. It's obviously kind of a breakable cheese because I dropped 2 pieces of cheese without trying to because they just split in half and fell off. So it does have a dryness to it in that aspect. But it still has kind of there's some type of moisture or something's kind of sticking around with this cheese. It's separated. I'm gonna wife try some of this. Because when I showed her the cheese, she thought it might be gross. It's not gross. It works really well.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Let's blend the cheese with this overly strong espresso martini. As I mentioned before, they have those pumpkin spice espressos and all that stuff. Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, wherever you go, you might get them. So I already know that pumpkin spice and coffee does mix. And that's why I figured that this should go pretty well together. We're just adding some cheesy notes to it.
Right.
But cheeses.
Yeah. Martinis are
more cheesiness.
teeny Easters.
All right. Yes. This martini is a bit too strong in the alcohol, but you still get it kind of washes away some of the flavor notes. You're still getting kind of that tang from the cheese, but it still mixes well with the alcoholic beverage. There's a little lingering pumpkin pie spice that does hit with some of the coffee notes from the martini. And it's still like kind of a lingering tang from the cheese. It's mixing pretty well. I'm not sure if it's mixing well in my belly, but it's mixing okay on my palate. I'll find out later on if this is mixing okay in my belly. All right, now we gotta just try a little bit of cheese after I drink some of this. Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Mhm. I actually prefer eating the cheese after drinking the martini. That could just be the strength of alcohol that's in this drink. I'm gonna go bitch with my wife about that. I'm like making it way too strong. But yeah, that seemed to work pretty good. Eating the cheese after the drink. Um, Cheese lingers on. You're still getting a lot of the espresso. What happens is that cheese actually amplifies the vodka. I could pick out the flavor of vodka. I'm gonna ask her. I think it is Tito's vodka that she's using. It tasted kind of like a Tito's vodka to me. I'll see what vodka she's using. When I give her some of this cheese just to try and yeah,
which is good.
it works kind of both ways, but I do think that the cheese after the martini is it's a little bit of a nicer follow.
Nice.
So cheers, yeah.
Cool.
I'll be
Cheers,
right back. You go ahead and go on. I'm just gonna bring her a slice of cheese real quick with the knife in my hand because I'm that kind of guy.
Right, yeah. Don't run.
I won't run.
Slowly. Okay. All right. Well, cool, man. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, dude. Yeah, I'll try and take my time as well a little bit here because I know it's just us. So, but as far as like we'll go over the beer first. It's definitely a stovepipe, 9% cryo stash. These guys are out of Eugene, Oregon. It's got 40 IBUs at 9%, so pretty low IBU bitterness level for 9%. Make it a little sweeter, give it that a little more fruit bomb kind of feel. It's got it's actually got Simcoe Cryos. We're not going to get too fruity here. Well, actually, Simcoe Cryo hops produce a perfectly smooth Imperial IPA bursting with tropical flavor and citrus aroma. So we'll see what it has. Secret is in our stash, brewed with cryo hops, which are concentrated hops. A hop product in which lupulin, which contains essential oils and acids, is cryogenically separated at sub-zero temps. Yeah, so a little different cryo hops than from what I'm usually getting, but as far as concentrated hops, the result enhanced flavor and aroma. So we'll see. This is like actually 6 months old, or yeah, 6 months. This is not. This is like the first month that it was canned. So they're saying 2025. So this is like, babe, we're in November, December, so it's 6 months. So this is fresh as could be. I said about 2 fingers, so we had 2 fingers in the sleeve and a nice wall of lacing there. It's got a little bit of a chill haze, but you can see through it. It's gold, deep, dirty gold color, and nice off-white head. Not quite bone white, a little off on the coloration, but a foamy head at that, and looks really good. It's got some effervescence, but it's not nowhere near like champagne or anything. It's just kind of popping up, sizzly pop, and little bubbles. So let's go on the nose. Nosers, shit, it's hard to smell in this glass. In the can, it's definitely a fresh beer. I'm not getting any off flavor, off aromas. No cardboard, no diacetyl, no acetaldehyde, no lacquer, fingernail polish. I'd say more on the lines of danky kind of piney, dank, slight floral, little tropical, maybe some orange. Tropical, probably on the mango side, but very, very, very little aroma of mango. More orange. It's your tropic. It's your traditional kind of West Coast style in the imperial strength. It's got a sweeter edge to it. Nice sweetness to it in the nose. I almost want to say they have like Pilsner malt in this or something. It's got a little bit of a crispy kind of biscuity kind of honey-like thing. But there is that danky. I'm not really getting like alcohol or anything in the nose. I don't smell any alcohol or. It's got an earthy kind of peppery kind of smell to it. Earthy, peppery, dank. Not quite onion or anything like that. All right, I got to drink this. Cheers. A lot of the same as the aromas. It's actually, this is pretty good. This is one of their better beers I've had, actually. Holy shit. And it does have a little bit of a Pilsner snap to it. So I'm wondering if they're putting like 2-row and some Pilsner, American Pilsner in it or something like that. Yeah. It's got like a pine finish, piney kind of floral finish, dry in the finish, which is nice for the style. It's softer than I would have thought. Well, it looks kind of soft, so it is, and it is softer. I wouldn't say creamy, sorry, Alex, but it is definitely softer. And it's sweet up front, but it kind of like tapers off, dries off in the finish. Kind of has a peppery kind of feeling in the finish. Peppery and piney with a little slight grapefruit orange. Body is medium, at the top of medium, but not quite full at all. Due to the 9%, you don't know it's 9% though. It's very well hidden. There's no real alcohol shit going on in the finish or anything like that. Fumage. It's almost got like a fruity, like there's a little bit of like apricot or peachy or something coming through. A little stone fruit. It's very nice. It's very dank. Very dank. I wouldn't say cannabis dank, but it's dank. It's got that kind of feel. All right. So the cheese. The cheese is I'm butchering that fucker up. Iberico, I'll just call it that. So it's a sheep, goat, cow's milk, leche de oveja, cabra y vaca. And, whoa, shit. So that's that. This is D1's awesome cheese board he sent me. It broke, though. It had a slicer on there, but it broke. It's very heavy, too. So it's a slick cheese, and it's a hard cheese. And you can kind of see the slickness. Well, maybe not, but I can see it. It's kind of oily and slick looking. It's got a nice fatty rind on the side, on the edge of it. And these were pre-cut. It does have like a little bit of like a Swiss cheese kind of looking holes through it and stuff. Like it's all kind of Swissy looking. The smell of it, well, let's show the breakage. Bam, it just breaks. Kind of like your cheese, actually. Yours was a little more crumbly, like bam, just kind of fell. This one you had to kind of pop it. You actually felt the pop when you pushed it down. Yeah, like a white, off-white, creamy-looking cheese, but slick, hard. It's got that kind of sheepy, sheep-like goat kind of thing going on. It's got that kind of like a mozzarella funk or Parmesan funk. I mean, Parmesan funky or a barnyardy kind of goat cheese goaty thing. Raw milk. It does have, I think they said, they said cow's milk as well as blended in with it. It's got a full, thick kind of tangy, tart kind of smell to it. It smells like it's got more to it. Oh, right. Yeah, I gotta eat this soon here. Just trying to see if there's anything else. Tart, tangy though, a little nutty, slight nut. All right, time to eat it. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
It's very dry, buttery. It tastes like butter in the beginning. Then it goes into a blue cheese, kind of a blue cheese funk. And then you're getting that cow milk a little bit kind of on the edge, but then it goes into this really crazy, funky foot cow, gym locker, dirty sock, goat, sheep milk, right off the teat. Drinking that. Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's funky. It's nutty, little salty, little sweet, some tartness in there. It's a chewer. It's almost it's like kind of like rubber, but your teeth are actually sinking into it and dissolving it. No, it's got that rubbery kind of texture. You really have to put your teeth through it and kind of like mush it around with your tongue while you're doing that. Very nice though. I'm really digging the almost like a medical that blue cheesy kind of or manchego cheese kind of thing. Or did I say that manchego? I think that's right. But no, the blue cheese, gargonzola. Sorry, gargonzola or something like that. It's really nice with that funky, really funky edge. Really liking this. I like the fact that it's got a lower kind of salt. It's not super salty. It's got like a very nice complexity to it with the sweetness, the nuttiness, the saltiness, the milkiness, the funkiness. It really goes all around the place. Let's go ahead and try this out. Try this out with this beer. Cheesers. Beers.
But Jesus is upon us. Bow down to thy master.
Appreciates the invite. Yeah, big old 20-pound turkey for sure. All right, get through this cheese. So it's the cheese you don't want to jump on. If it was a diving board, it would just break. Oh, there's crunchies. I get crunchies, dude. I think that's like what salt. That's got to be like salt mineral or something pushing through it when they age it. Oh, that's good. That marries well. That marries really well. Just that saltiness and then the sweetness of the beer. It makes it a little more sweeter, but you still have a really nice balance in the beer. So it's got that bitterness still. But it just kind of makes it more enjoyable to drink. Like it has, it really lifts the sweetness out of it in a good way. You're getting more of that. The flavors from the beer come out more. The cheese kind of subsides from the funky and kind of gets into more of that cow milky kind of vibe. A little salty still. The nutty comes through. It just really goes well. I don't know. It's really nice marriage. I gotta have. Let's go ahead and get some more of this little pipe in here. Holy shit! It's a big can. How big is this fucker? 19.2.
Woo! My God.
Holy shit!
Never ending.
I think the cans I sent you guys is like 16.9.
It's like the never-ending story beer, man.
I know, dude.
It's like Tug Everlasting.
Let's see if I can balance it on my head. Oh shit! Almost, dude. Almost fell. All right, Tuck Everlasting. Let's do beer before cheese. Let's try that for science.
Cheers.
Nah, I think it's better cheese before beer. It just kind of just gives you cheese in the end. I kind of like mixing it because the cheese kind of lets you. I don't know. It's like it kind of thirst. It makes your mouth kind of want something to drink. You know, So you're having something. I think this is a good ABV though for the cheese. Maybe it's something a little lighter, maybe like an 8% or a 7.5 or somewhere in that range. Might go a little better with this. But I don't mind the 9. That's nice. I like the sweetness of the beer. And it, of course, is a very well balanced beer actually. And it goes, you're getting that sweetness, bitterness, and you're getting that funky, funky ride there from the cheese. And salty, nutty. It's nice. I don't the cheese when you have beer before cheese, it just makes you want to have more beer. So one of those kind of situations. But there you go. That's that. I'm gonna stop there. I don't have anything else to say. Cheers, Nitsuj. Nitsuj. Making you thirsty. Nice. I'll call you Nit. Cheers. All right. Welcome in and thank you for stopping by. Cheers, man. All right, let's go ahead and bring Bumpy back for his last thoughts, scoring this, that, and see what he thinks about his pairing.
Yeah, so I had that Bella Vitano with pumpkin spice. It was kind of I saw it. I said, lots of going on as I was standing there looking at the girl in the black spandex with the perfect ass. And then I said, yeah, I'll grab the cheese. So I grabbed the cheese and yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It seems to work pretty well. It was a cheese by itself. Would have liked it as much? Probably not. But I think a lot of times, I mean, these Bella Vitano, the Saratoris, the Beach Nut or where the hell the other ones are, they kind of have experience. They've been around for a while. They can start messing around with things. So this cheese by itself, would it have been as good as it would have been with the pumpkin spices that they added to it? The things that you might find in a pumpkin pie. When you get into like the fall and stuff like that, a lot of spices are also used in Christmas time. Spices for beers. So this cheese wouldn't have been as good by itself, but I think that they mastered it. I think that they knew that, and they added this spice amount to it, and it worked wonderfully with the cheese. I think this is an excellent cheese. I was very surprised by it. Being a pumpkin spice, sometimes you're like, oh, it's gonna be too much. It's not gonna be enough. No, I think that they did it justice. I think they did it just right with the cheese. So an excellent cheese to buy. If you see the pumpkin spice cheese for Halloween, Thanksgiving, even going up into Christmas, like I mentioned, a lot of the spices that are used for the Halloween, Thanksgiving holiday season still goes into those Christmas times. It's the allspice, it's the nutmeg, it's the cinnamons. So yeah, good cheese or excellent cheese. Recommend it to try. I think that you should like it. The now we get into the alcohol portion. The espresso martini that my wife made for me. It's a bit strong. I think there's a lot of people out there that would love that. The thing is, everything that was used was alcoholic, so it's not like it was like cut off with like some type of seltzer water or something that was going to dull it down. Everything that's put into it is alcohol. Thing is she likes the flavor of vodka, which to me is pretty much neutral. It's a neutral spirit. I thought that this was a Cheetos vodka because sometimes you can kind of taste a little bit of a difference. And she told me no, it's Kettle One. So she likes Kettle One. So it was Kettle One vodka. But she said she likes the taste of vodka. Because I told her I could taste the vodka in it. And she said she likes the taste of vodka, so that's how she makes them. So a bit heavy on the vodka. I would rate this espresso martini as a mid to top range. Very good. I wouldn't put it in the excellent range.
Very nice, though.
I haven't been stabbed yet. She can't hear me.
Very, very quiet.
Yeah, no, it was too heavy. Definitely, when I can taste vodka, when I'm calling it a neutral spirit, and I'm like, oh, I can, there's definitely too much booziness to this, and it's like most of the time, it's like, what do you want? You want to drink something that's like heavy, like I love imperial stouts. I love like big, like, broad bourbons and stuff like that. But yeah, when you can taste the vodka, it's a bit too strong for me. So like I said, mid range, top range, very good. Did I say very good or good? Can't remember.
Very good. Yeah.
Good.
Very good.
But let's get to the pairing. The pairing on this was something I already had in my mind when I was picking out the cheese, because I knew my wife liked to make these for herself. And I did pick up an espresso Bella Vitano, which I'd done before. I've had the espresso. I think a few other people have had the espresso one.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know the wife likes espresso. She likes espresso martinis, so she likes espresso. So that became a Thanksgiving cheese. I picked up a lot of cheeses today, portioned them out. Some are going to the Thanksgiving charcuterie board, and some are going towards my future beer and cheese reviews. And the espresso one is going towards Thanksgiving. I chose the pumpkin spice one to do tonight with an espresso martini, knowing that pumpkin spices and espresso are used in the regular world of, the conglomerates. And I figured it would work, and it did. I think it was an excellent blending with this extra vodka espresso martini with the pumpkin spice Bella Vitano.
Awesome.
They blend perfectly together.
That's
Cheers.
nice.
And cheesers.
Right. Yeah, dude. No, that's good. Good to hear. All right. Thanks, Bumpy. All right. Cool. I'm glad that worked out. That sounds good, actually. I wouldn't mind that. And I like them. I always liked my drinks a little stronger too. All right. So yeah.
Next
so
time you visit.
Yeah.
Next time you visit, we'll have to make sure my wife's home.
Yeah, and we'll figure it out for sure.
Open bar.
I'll be there next year for sure. Yeah, that's already in the plans. So the cheese, that fucking beer. Fuck. So these guys, Hot Valley, man, they're like hit and miss. They're hit and miss. They I think you got a 12-pack. He got a 12-pack. Bumpy did, and they were a little off on. They were like 2 months old, I think. They're a little older. and they didn't really taste. And I had them too. I've had like the Panda IPA and a lot of their Cryo Stash stuff, but this one wasn't bad. This tasted like your traditional strong double West Coast IPA, American IPA, 9%. It had the pine, the grapefruit, the orange, all the things you would look for, or you would point out in a Westie, traditionally wise. It did have a little bit of a tropical vibe to it as well, a little mango in there, even some stone fruit coming through. Very dry finish. I'm not going to go too crazy on this, but I'll definitely give it a like an 89 out of 100. It's not bad at all, A minus. Yeah, just one of those grocery standards, grocery shelfie standards, and not bad though. And I've never seen it, so it was good to try that, and it was fresh, so that's good. The cheese was absolutely delicious. I swear to God, it was. Yes, God, it was delicious. I swear to you. I can't wait to try the Manchego and the Queso de Cabra. Those are the two others that I have in here. As long as they don't get mold on them, I got to try and maybe put some Ziploc bag around it or something, because it's open now. That was well sealed. This was very good, very good. The sheep, the goat, the cow, all coming together, kissing lips, and hanging out, eating the same grass, and sharing the same kind of milk.
Sharon.
so that was, and it was really cool is the cheese had that crystal bite too. It had that salty crystal, kind of almost like a tart, salty, sweet crystal that's in there. I almost want to say it's like the salts or something that kind of pushes out during aging. And I don't know. I don't know how long this was aged. It doesn't really say anything like that. But I imagine it was because it's got a nice rind on the edge. That says a lot. Maybe 6 months plus. I don't know, a year. But very tasty, very organic, very very dairy, and teety. Very fresh off the teat. Had that goaty kind of funk, and I really dug that. I dig goat cheese, and I do like sheep cheese as well. I've had sheep cheese in the past. It's a lot like goat, basically sort of the same thing. Cow is a little different though. Cow on its own is a little more milkier and less funky. Obviously, way less funky. And they probably pasteurize the cow milk too when they do the cheeses, unless they have like an all natural kind of cow milk one. Because cow milk right out of the teat, right out of the teat, that long little fucker that you squeeze to get the milk out. It's different tasting, and it's actually good, creamy, and this had like a huge cheesy or a huge butter, like butteriness. And I've always gotten that out of cow milk because we milked a cow once, had tried it, and it was really buttery, real buttery and milky. And yeah, pinch, squeeze. No, no, but good. I do like cow milk raw. I think it's delicious, unpasteurized. Health laws say we have to pasteurize, so there you go. But very good cheese, and I will nail it down to a score here as soon as I can think in my brain what I want to give it. Let's give it a. I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100. It's delicious. I would get it again if I can find it. And fuck yeah! Thanks, my wife, for having this and bringing it home. The pairing was better cheese before beer, because the beer kind of helped take away any, I don't know, thickness, salts, and stuff like that. It kind of broke it down, and I was getting kind of more of a milky vibe in the end from the cow milk, a part of the cheese, less funk. And then you go beer before cheese, and you're just wanting more beer to kind of wash it down. So very good pairing though, and I would pair this. I would give this a score of a 96 out of 100. It's a very good, excellent pairing. So something to try for sure. With even a 7.5 or an 8%, a lower imperial Westie would be good. Even an East Coast IPA or a New England IPA or a double New England IPA would be really nice with this. Just that free shine, and then throwing into that would be really good. So that's what I got for you. And cheers. So let me get this banner off of here because I always take that off when we do our shouts. And I'm gonna bring Bumpy up since it's just us two, and we're gonna do some shout outs. So cheers. Always the hardest. Where's
B52 Brewing.
52 at? Where's B52?
B52 Brewing.
Where are they?
I don't even know if they're still a brewery.
Oh,
They're out of Texas. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Not too far from Drunken One. They did sell their brewery. Like they were kind of in the midst of selling the brewery, I guess, when I went down to visit Texas a few years back. They eventually did sell it, so it's under new ownership. So I don't know if B52 is still around or not. It may be extinct. Did have some nice beers from there. There was a nice establishment. So our first dead. So up in the north of the United States, we don't get those. The hell are they called? They come out every like 12 years. Cicadas. We don't get cicadas. They get cicadas now, and you hear this weird chirping sound. It's almost like a million crickets. This weird chirping sound from cicadas. So the wife went to the bathroom, and she's like, she comes back, she's like, there's a dead bug, and it's huge. And I'm like, what? Okay. I went back. It was a dead cicada bug. The thing was huge and nasty looking. It was on its back. It was upside down. It was dead. And I did snap a photo of it. I kept it on my phone for a little bit. But anyways, yeah, cheers to everybody who has to deal with huge bugs. I'm not a bug person. I hate bugs. I hate rodents. Mice drive me nuts. I get them here. I hear them scratching the walls sometimes.
Here too.
Do my best to try to get rid of them. They always come back every year. Like I won one year. It's like I never heard them once. You know, I eradicated them, but they come back with a vengeance. So, anyways, we're on to the whole thing of shouting people out and all that stuff. Happy Thanksgiving to those folks coming up here in the United States. Anyways, we got the Christmas beers coming out. I'm gonna pop a Fog Nog from Abomination. I thought it was up there. What is it? Double dry hopped, double IPA with lactose and spices. See, spices. But yeah, it's Abomination Brewing Company. They are brewed. They're not out of the location that they're brewed out of because they're brewed out of that 12% out of Connecticut. But yeah, this is a 9.1% ABV. I didn't even know. I didn't look there. I saw the fog because I love any of the things from Abomination that have fog. Any other fog series stuff, you should just pick it up. I've never had this one before. North Haven, Connecticut, 12%. But yeah, Fog Nog, man. It's got Christmas lights on it. How can you go wrong? Fresh glass. As I open this up and pour it, I will do my shout outs because I think there's somebody else that likes stuff from Abomination. And they mention them, and they may have some stuff here and there, and they may drink some old ass beers sometimes. Alex the Beer Master. You guys need to go. If you haven't checked out his channel or subscribed to his channel, Alex the Beer Master, good friend of all of us on this YouTube's thing. It doesn't really matter where you reach to. I think somebody's heard of Alex the Beer Master. He's just one of those genuine folk. Good guy, good friend of us. He's kind of cut back on some of his lives. He was going live a lot. He was having to come out, Alex and Friends, which basically you just go on. It was just a live chat, and you would just go on for a while. Come have a drink with Alex. He does on Fridays. Sometimes he'll do his Food Fridays with Alex, which would then take place of his Come Have a Drink with Alex on Fridays. But yeah, we've known him for a while, and he's good fun, very, very entertaining. We'll say he's witty, and we love Alex. So love you, Alex. I'm sure you're not going to watch this. I know you're not going to watch this, but love you anyways. Glad you're a good friend of ours, and we appreciate you. So go check out Alex the Beer Master on my channel. I have my beer reviews. So something came up today. I went and bought some beers at my local beer place, which I know the owner. He's there every Tuesday at the Packy, and they just was purchasing my beers and stuff. He's like, "Oh yeah, I watched one of your YouTube videos." I just looked at him and said, "Oh." He's like, "Well," he goes, "I've looked for your YouTube channels before." He goes, "But I was just looking for like Shilling Beer Company," and he's like, "Your YouTube channel just popped up, so I watched one of your videos." He never said anything about my video. He never said whether he thought it was good or not. I didn't really care. It was just like, oh. He's like, yeah, it was like one of those beer. It started with an S. It was like so some Shilling Beer Company beer that starts with an S. There's a few of them out there. That he watched. Yeah, that's just kind of interesting. So I do beer reviews. I did mention FLX beer reviews to him. Said, yeah, sometimes when you're searching certain, breweries or beers and stuff, sometimes there's some YouTubers that would just pop up, So I was talking about how funny it was where like I'd done so many reviews on like Modest Man beers, and then I shipped some Modest Man beers to Dan and Mike, FLX beer reviews. And if you Google search Modest Man beers, FLX beer reviews, they pop right up as like, oh, these are the reviews of the beers, and it's all FLX. And Bumpy had been reviewing them for years before that. It's because of the way that they have their stuff platformed. That's the whole thing. Is somebody that gives a shit, somebody that doesn't give a shit. I'm that person that doesn't give a shit. So, anyways, I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, oh yeah, it's whatever. He watched some video. He's like, yeah, you were like the only video that showed up on this. It was like, maybe nobody else reviewed it type shit. But anyways, you can check out my beer reviews. They're usually more coherent than tonight. Quite a few brews and whiskey drinks and vodka drinks tonight. So I'm feeling well. Hey, I had to be really good the other night because I had blood work this morning, so I had to do the whole fucking.
Oh, you had to do it again, dude?
again. Yeah, because I'm like,
All
yeah, I
right.
don't know. I might be diabetic at this point. I don't know.
Me too,
I'm
probably.
feeling
I
pretty
don't know.
good though. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. You're feeling fine. You're feeling fine.
Yeah.
But other things. Oh yeah, this will help if I have diabetes. Can't wait to yeah. Oh, you got diabetes, you gotta cut back. You can only eat lettuce the rest of your
Oh
life.
God,
And
no.
I'd be like, dude, but I got this YouTube channel where I'm drinking beers and I also do frozen pizza reviews.
Oh,
Yeah. Frozen pizza reviews. Sometimes there's vegetables on them though. It's okay. Sometimes there's mushrooms and peppers and onions. Frozen pizza. Yes, I do those on. I don't do them on Tuesdays. The video posts on Tuesdays. Sometimes, I might do 2 frozen pizza reviews in a night. Sometimes, just going starving. It depends. There's been like I was so backed up on frozen pizza reviews. I didn't eat a frozen pizza for like fucking like a month and a half. It's like I didn't need to. It's like it's become a job now. It's like not just hey, what are we gonna eat tonight? A frozen pizza. No, it's become a job. So now it's kind of like, yeah. The wife's like, oh, you want pizza?
no.
I could eat pizza. I could eat pizza all the time, but yeah, if you have a choice, it's like,
That's funny.
you know. But yeah, all those videos, whether they're the beer reviews, which sometimes I think my older reviews are better than my newer reviews. I don't know. And then the pizza reviews, those things all drop at 11 a.m. Okay,
All right.
11 a.m. Eastern time in the United States.
Yeah.
And occasionally,
Beat
when I
mine.
when I get around to it, if I get video footage of stuff, I have some shorts that I'll put out with the dogs. So if you guys like cool little puppies that are goofy as shit, because we have some of the most fucked up dogs here in the Bumpy household, let me tell you. Let me tell you, really fucked up dogs. They're so fucked
Yes,
up.
John.
If you think like, oh, he's so ugly, he's cute, those are the types of dogs we have. So ugly, they're cute. So, yeah, you can check out some shorts when I put them up.
Yes.
I have a video that I'm gonna try to make into a short. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And other than that, I haven't really gotten to other recordings because not much time availability.
Yeah.
And anything funny that's happened, I definitely didn't have my phone out, and I missed it. Missed opportunities. That's the way it is with dogs. It's not planned. It just happens. But for a Cooper update, if you guys are interested, uh, if you're a follower of into my shorts with Cooper, who's the old English bulldog, he's still a puppy, but he's now 21 pounds.
Woo!
When I first started posting those shorts a
Jeez.
few months ago, at this point, just a couple months ago, he was only 6 pounds.
Whoa, damn. That's a lot.
His head is swelling.
Yeah.
When he saw how many views he had on the
It's
first few
swelling.
videos, his head just started growing so big, so but no, he's healthy. He went and got his rabies shot today, I believe, and a few other vaccinations.
Oh, nice.
He got weighed, and they said that he is good and lean, and we're doing a good job. Good job with him, because a lot of times with the old English bulldogs, people, because they have a huge appetite.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's got the biggest mouth I've ever seen on a dog. Like If he opened up his mouth, like it's basically like his entire head just folds back. It's almost like a chomper, from like Mario Brothers. You know the chompers from Mario Brothers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
He's all
So
ahead.
yeah, he's just all head and mouth.
Yeah,
He's got a huge mouth, and he's very.
dude.
He just anytime he sees food, he just wants to eat it. So that's the thing is a lot of times you have these dogs, these old English bulldogs, these English bulldogs. They're they get a huge appetite. They do have somewhat of a shorter life. They have complications. So I think sometimes the owners feel like, oh, I should just let them enjoy whatever. But you see so many that are so obese and fat, these big fat tumberlards.
Right?
And so it was good to hear that he's lean and we're doing a good job with him.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
because a good, fit, lean dog is going to live a more healthier, happier life than a dog that you just allow to fucking become obese like me.
Hey man, I'm not. I'm kind of obese.
Anyways, I poured this fog nog. I
Overweight.
haven't drank it yet, but that's what it looks like. We do have to move on to Beer Man's shout outs and all
No,
that
you're all
stuff.
right. It's all good. That looks good, man.
Oh yeah. I'll let you know if I think it was worth a 4-pack.
It's fresh though, right? You good? You got a good freshie? Looks good.
It's interesting. I don't think it was worth a 4-pack, but it's not bad. It's interesting.
All right.
There you go.
What how fresh is that son of a bitch?
It just showed up this past week at the Packy. We usually get stuff pretty fresh from 12% Abomination. I
Oh,
don't
12
think
for
that they give canned on dates. I'd say it's within a month canned.
Oh, okay. And they go
Yeah,
through
but
12%
it's probably
distribution?
only a couple of weeks old.
Okay. Nice.
Wait, there is something on the bottom.
Cold ass shit.
It's very faint.
John thinks he's had that beer.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Yeah, this says V4 and 47757. Yeah, it's some
Jesus.
weird lot code stuff. It's not. There's no dates. I think it's
All right.
pretty fresh though. It's Fognog. It's for
Fine, no,
Christmas
okay.
time, which is still, if you think of craft brewery,
Better be fresh.
yeah, they're gonna be like 3 months. Three
Yeah.
months, get it off. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's pretty fresh, I would say.
Cool. All right, man.
I
Thanks.
wish I didn't pick up a 4-pack on it, but I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's still okay that I'm not like disappointed.
He has singles over there too, right? Of it
Yeah, I could have got a single of this, but I was
in the
like,
cooler. Yeah.
I saw the Fog series from Abomination.
Huh.
Yeah, that's my way of, because every single Fog that I've had from Abomination has been outstanding. This is
Yeah.
Fog Nog. It's not outstanding, but
Still good. Still good enough.
yeah,
Good enough.
it's just when you get, it's just one of those things. Sometimes you have a bad year,
Yeah. Right.
It's like, you gotta buy a Toyota. You gotta buy a Toyota. They last forever. And then the person, 2023, goes and buys the Toyota for the first time ever, and their car shits the bed.
Yeah.
Well, that never happens. Yeah, just sometimes it just happens, doesn't matter.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, 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 Bumpy. All right, let's get me up here. You're talking about shilling. Got the shilling shirt on. David Kuhn, cheers, man. Good to have you here. Never seen you before, so it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. All my Bumpy fans in the chat, make some noise. Fuck yeah, dude. Right on. Hell yeah.
Woo! There's no bumpy chance. No bumpy chance in the fat.
Did you buy a Toyota Bumpy? I have a Scion. It's close enough, but it's a very good runner. That thing would go.
You have a
across the US.
Scion?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a XB 2012, and it's still running pretty good. So
yeah,
I like it.
I chose my next vehicle as long as it's still available by the time I can actually purchase it.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it and jinx myself because that's what.
I got you. Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck was it?
Yeah, it's like I'll say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this vehicle. The next thing I know, oh, they're all recalled and they burned up in flames.
Yeah, no, we're still good. I run this thing, every day, 5 days a week to work. Gets me home, gets me there, gets me home. I'm good. It's good on gas. So, 2012 and still running right. So, just gave it an oil change. I got to give it a tune-up though, and I need 2 front tires because of the winter time coming. It's kind of bald. I don't want to slide everywhere. But property tax first though. That's the big stinger in my life right now. I'll go ahead and mention a few people real quick. Well, not real quick. We're having a good time. But one person I need to actually go visit more. It's fucking funny, kind of actually. His last beer was called the Gayest Beer. The beer monster review. That's kind of funny actually. I'm not laughing at gay people. I'm just saying it's funny. But there you go. Beer Monster reviews. And so Brooklyn Brewery, the Stonewall Inn Session IPA review. He calls it the gayest beer because it's got a hardcore It looks like the rainbow gum, like that zebra gum that you buy. You have to keep eating more and more because the flavor goes away. Remember that fruit gum? Yeah. And then another one is Alex always shouts this guy out, but he never says what he's been reviewing. So Ridgeopolis. The latest video he put up was The Spell of the Sorcerer's Skull, Part 2, North Park Beer Company. So go check that out. And then his last one, before that, was Goodnight Express, More Brewing Company, Hot Butcher collab, courtesy of something rather. I can't see it. But yeah, he's a huge New England fan, and so am I too. I cannot lie. And then one person I watched the other day, he just brewed a beer. He's a brewer. He's funny. He doesn't laugh a lot. Kind of dry humorous, but those are the best people. Is Gam Dude Brewing, like damn good brewing, but he switched it around. Gam Dude Brewing. I've mentioned him before. His last one that he put up was a experiment tasting strawberry syrup post fermentation. So I don't know what he's doing there. I need to look at that. And then that's it. So as far as shout outs go, as far as my shit goes, Beer and Cheese Tuesdays, a regular one for the next 4 weeks, probably. So, yeah. Beer and Cheese Tuesday. We'd love to have more people up there if you can make it. We pushed it to 8:30 Eastern time, just to make sure and see if it's better for Bumpy's time and for others on the other side there of the world. But Beer Cheese Tuesday, bring it next week. Anyone's welcome to that. And as long as you're not a dumb dick, just be cool. And bring the components too. Don't bring like, I mean, you can bring whatever you want. Just don't like, I just got a beer. No, you can't come up. You have to have beer and cheese. And then that starts at 5:30, 8:30 Eastern. And then Wednesday show tomorrow is all spun out. It's our second show of the month. So at the end of the month, we tally up all the numbers. You guess the ABV, and you get a winner at the end. So it's kind of cool. I'll send out a prize to you. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll send whatever the fuck I feel like sending, but you're going to get it. Tanner just got a couple signs for me to put on the wall. I thought they were kind of funny, and I think he did too. I hope. But we'll see if those are on the wall soon. I got some shit to put on my wall too that my wife gave me. Other than that, just brewing Thursday. Brewing Thursday. I'm going to redo my double New England. Slow people go faster. Boy, do they need to go faster. Today was a terrible day for that. Trying to get to work. But that will be, I don't know what time. I don't have a designated time. It never is a designated. Hopefully it's an early one, though. And so that'll be Thursday live. And this right here. Oh, I can't. Oh. 5-gallon batch of Baltic Porter. It looks like a Märzen, but it's at the lower end of the SRM of a porter, so of a Baltic Porter. So I'll take it. It's a little more redder looking, and it looks kind of like a deep, rich amber color, but it actually is kind of dark enough to still be in that range, which is cool. And it tastes roasty. It's got a nice. We kind of went on point with it too. We're at like a 7.4, 7.6 with it, so that's nice. The next one I'll be doing, I have a show where I go up and I spin a wheel like last night. I changed it up a bit last night, but I did write the recipe for my cream ale last night. Have a few little things I got to add to it and change, but we're doing a cream ale 7-gallon batch next after the double New England. And then the next one I'm going to do is a specialty IPA. So what I do now is I'll spin 3 times like we do on the Wednesday show. Spin a style, get a style, spin a style, get a style, spin a style, get a style. And then I'll put those styles into a wheel and spin that wheel. And last night I got a specialty IPA. So what I'm going to do is either a black rye IPA, or I'm going to do a straight rye IPA. I don't know exactly. But I'm definitely going to introduce some rye into that and try that rye again, because that first one I did was terrible. I'm talking a lot, I know, but I'm just trying to get everything out. I've spent some time kind of keeping away from everyone. Just needed a break over the weekend and stuff like that. Kidney started fucking hurting, and liver and everything else. I'm just like, oh God, I need to slow down. But I'm ready to party tonight, to be honest, and tomorrow. But other than that, just love brewing. So look out for some brew stuff. And cheers to you guys. It's been a pleasure hanging out with Bumpy as always. And please check out Bumpy Isms if you haven't already. For those that are just tuning in that don't know Bumpy and myself, please subscribe to my channel if you may. And we don't have Alex to show us out, so I'm just gonna do it. You guys have and please hang out with us afterwards if you guys want to hang out.
Yeah, come on up, John. There, you seem bored. So, let's do it. Bring Dio along. Let's all hang out.
Let me just post that real quick. And you guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful fucking world. Damn it.
And if you're in a fog nog, join. Because if you're in a fog nog, just join. We'll walk you through it until you go to sleep.
That's right.
God damn, I keep finding sticky spots.
Where's your beard, Bumpy? You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from this beautiful world. But now after one more sip. Oh, you got a big sip. Okay.
I'm not down on this. Cheers. Wherever you're from.
Wherever you're from. Yes. Cheers. All right.